Hey everybody, this is Team Demon Kitty here, and we are back with some more Friendsim. Let's see. I'm a little bit tired. Don't think I quite had enough food tonight, but I'm just kind of tired. I haven't really had time to eat, so let's do this. Hold on one sec. Just gotta do a thing. All right. Alright, yeah, I should be good now. Okay. So let's start. Okay, let's see. Another night, another ramble. A classic song comes to you as you continue on your way. Some of that good old earth wisdom about a specific kind of footwear being made for walking. These boots are made for walking. You wish you had that kind of footwear right now. In this current chapter of your life. Yeah. Kinda nice, I don't know. Kinda nice to have boots. Or any footwear for that matter. You definitely learned your lesson about getting overexcited at the prospect of new friends. And running out of nothing but a bathrobe. Yeah. Oh, who are you kidding? Maybe not in that particular bathrobe way, but chances are high that wasn't the last time you'll fly off in a buoyant afterglow of intense friendgasm. Okay. Alright, who do you want to pick? Osprey?
We might as well start off with Tyzius. We might as well just go in the order that they're given to us.
Yeah, Tyzius is cool. Just up ahead, you see a troll leave her hive, muttering to her. Oh wait, do you want to narrate, or do you want me to do it?
I'll probably pick up the voice. Sure.
So you'll do the voice?
I guess.
Okay, you can do the voice.
Probably.
Alright. Just up ahead, you see a troll leave her hive, muttering to herself. She's holding an unstable mountain of papers and books with one arm, using her free arm to hold a mug steady. She isn't paying attention to you, which is fine. Don't get it twisted. You'd love to make another friend. You just understand now that it's a weird flighty thing. Some trolls you mesh with, some you don't. You smile at her just in case, but when she walks right by you without stopping, you shrug. This planet is chock full of friendable weirdos. You'll live. You only take a few more steps before the sound of her absolutely eating shit on the sidewalk makes you turn. Okay. It happens fast enough so you only really see the aftermath of upended books and papers raining down an impressively wide circle around her.
Globes. Damn ass rock.
She sits up, but that's as far as she bothers to get. After taking a sip from her mug, which somehow must have stayed level in her grip during her fall, she sighs and gets to work gathering it all back up with her free hand.
Yeah, this checks out. As a thing that would happen to me. Weird emphasis, lady. It's not like I have anything else to be doing.
You've seen a teen movie or two in your day. You know this trope. The cool kid helps the unpopular nerd after they fall like a chump and embarrass themselves, and slowly the pair establishes trust. By the time the credits roll, they've gone and fallen in love. Not that you necessarily want to fall in love, or that you're under the delusion that you're in any way cooler than her, but still. It's tried and true. And also, like a pretty standard decent person thing to do, okay. Also, I'm pretty sure she's in a relationship with someone, according to Hiveswap.
I don't think Slappy is a standard or decent person.
No, I also don't think that's, like, That motivation's a little bit sketch. So, like, the decent person you hope to be, but you're not. You skedaddle on over. You stop short just in front of her wide-flowing ring of items. You want to make sure she's not going to yell at you or murder you or anything before you interfere. Well, I think that's a fair thing to test.
What? I just busted ass. I know it's a scene. Well, what are you waiting for? Be a good bystander and stop standing by.
She gestures kind of all around her, and that's confirmation enough. You bend to pick up a heavy-looking book, and there it is, emblazoned right on the cover. A gavel. A humongo fucker of a judgment implement, too, with spines all around the handle. Dread creeps up your spine. You slowly slide your gaze from the book's cover to its owner. She doesn't have any sinuously blood-colored shaded clothes on, though while she's sporting socks and sandals. Maybe you were cooler than her after all, but I don't think you are. But the very prominent eye bags are tinged teal. Ah, globes.
Ostentatiously, by the way, is the word you're looking for.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. A lawyer. And obviously. It's not that you don't appreciate your one lawyer friend for who he is. It's just you aren't sure you have it in you to sneak your way into the heart of another. You got kinda lucky last time. The skills of judgment in your heart start weighing your shits. I don't know. It wasn't really luck so much as like knowing how to pretend to be a rich douchebag. To like get him to like me, but yeah. What should we do? I'm gonna save.
Pick up papers, why not? Why are you letting me choose anymore? I don't get good endings.
I'm bad at this too.
You 50% of the time make the right choice. I have made the wrong choice all but once.
Okay, I'm gonna say pick up more papers too. You start making neat piles of all her stuff. After watching you for a second, like she's making sure you're not screwing it up, she dramatically heaves herself up to her feet and joins in the effort.
Ugh, I don't have time for this shit. Make sure to keep the B-34s together in my red folder. The fuck is a B-34?
I don't know. You look down at your current pile and, B? That's the one with the little hook on the top, right? Or is that G? Sweat pricks at your temples. Oh my god. You picked up a little bit of written Alternian here and there, but you're still not anywhere near competent at it. Yeah, no, you're not. Sifting through the papers, you search for anything familiar. You make out a few words, but there's a lot of those little guys on these papers, and you got performance anxiety.
Ah, right. Oh, you probably still can't read.
You look up at her, startled. How can she tell?
Well, I mean, you don't look much like a troll. What even is this quirk? It isn't exactly a gargantuan mental leap to assume you're not from around here.
Yeah.
But also, I've heard about you.
You straight up. Any press is good press when it comes to friends discussing you, right? Not Zebra discussing us.
Teals talk.
Oh.
Unfortunately.
Oh. She puts her mug down on the ground and picks up a folded book, talking as she flips to whatever page she's looking for.
That little asshole is going to have even more unfortunate crap to say to me when he finds out I set us all back by dropping half our group project in a ditch.
Oh shit. She paces in flush circles until she finds a bookmark among the debris. Flicking a wet leaf off of it, she shoves it into the open spine of the book and slams it closed.
Flustered circles, not flushed circles. That would make sense.
Sorry, I'm tired.
Yet you had about as much sleep as I did, if not more.
I'm also hungry.
Whatever. I can't think about that yet.
She's kind of a mood, I guess.
Gotta get all this back in order first.
Right, yeah, the ordering is tough. You keep at it, doing the best you can to keep similar looking things together. You can feel her eyes on your back. You turn to face judgment.
You basically got it right, actually. He did say you were quick at the draw. What is this for? I'm Theseus, by the way. Theseus, probably.
She doesn't so much smile at you as grimace. It looks mostly pleased as exhausted expressions go. That's as good as friendship building material. That's as good friendship building material as any other. You've certainly started with worse than being complimented. Yeah, that's definitely true. The breeze plays at the ends of her frizzy hair, ruffling a few pages while it's at it. Now that you are frantically trying to prove your helpfulness and have a moment to think, you don't know if the sidewalk is the best place to be starting from scratch with a whole filing system. You open your mouth to tell her as much when a huge papa gust follows in Breeze Jr.'s wake. Okay. Blowing the neat stacks back into chaos. Oh shit.
Mother grubbing.
Oh my god, that face is a mood. She sinks slowly back down in the snow globe of paper. She takes a long sip from her mug, sitting next to her, and then tilts her head back and unleashes a single deep gut holler. You scuttle around, catching documents out of the air until the gust is gone. It's not that Theseus doesn't seem capable, it's just that she seems a bit burnt out. You know what it's like to feel like you're at the end of your rope. So now that you have half a swinging grab at the handle on the things here, you feel like it's your turn to do the heavy friendship lifting. One sec, I gotta save, because I'm be smart about this.
You also be smart and you choose.
Alright, I'll pick this one since you picked the Lost Wood. Let's see. Okay. I'm going to pick...
I mean, I would offer to help organize everything somewhere with less breeze, because that just sounds like the logical thing to do.
That's my instinct, but, like, I'm not sure if that's the right... I don't know, like, I think that's... I don't know.
I can't see how suggesting a breather helps her in any way, whereas offering to help organize in a less windy place makes... Like,
yeah, I'm gonna click that. Hey, your night is pretty wide open. You wouldn't mind moving this operation to a less windy location and getting it together for real, yeah?
Yeah. Alright.
She still sits there kind of dazedly, so you take over. It feels nice to be useful, even if you're not super confident about your skills. You at least know how to make a mean pile. After you make a handful of them, she moves to join in the effort, so you shush her back down. You're helpful McHelpful person. McHelp person, and you've got it. She makes a non-committal noise and walks as you work. You try not to feel too bad when she winces at a few of your sorting decisions. She doesn't stop you, at least. She scrunches up her face and yawns, which catches you off guard. Man, she really is wiped. You look away from her to the paper you were about to grab, but it's not there. Maybe it blew into their stack, or you picked it up already and forgot? Yeah, that's probably right. Anyway, she had her eyes closed, so she didn't notice. It'll be fine. Once you have everything kinda together, you help her to her feet. You're pretty sure that was her hive she just walked out of, so you ask if you should go there.
No, I was headed to the book hive. I guess the library.
Yeah.
I can take you there.
She seems to rally a bit. Now that it's her turn to lead the way, she picks up a hefty stack of her figs, balances her mug on top of it all, and starts walking.
Move it or lose it. It being the opportunity to engage in some really tedious micromanagement. What is this quirk?
There's no choice to be had, really. You move it. The book hive is an imposing building, and inside are a series of rooms opening off a central atrium. You walk past one open set of double doors, showing off a room full of weird statues and display cases. Another one bright with the light of dozens of display screens and humming with electricity. Further around the curve of the room, you pass a room full of brains in jars. It really looks like brains in jars. There's another still, a windowless one. Ostentatiously?
Yes.
Okay, secured with multiple padlocks and what looks like a retina scanner. There are a bunch of trolls in each room, and as you keep passing doors, you realize they're almost all teal bloods. Are they the nerd cast? Well, they're one of them.
Wow, harsh. I mean, yeah, though. We kind of are. I know plenty of gold bloods who spend their nerd energy ruining the internet from their basement, and blue bloods usually have their own personal jerk-off book hives. And there are always outliers, I guess. But yeah, between us and the Jades, the book hive is blue-green dweeb city.
Tisius keeps moving like this is nothing new to her. You guess it isn't. She pushes a creaky wooded door open to reveal a large, sturdy room full of bookshelves and furniture. There are even a few weird-looking ferns decorating the place. In here are a bunch of trolls, some reading, many on their computers. You dump the stuff you lugged here onto one of the tables. The sound echoes in here, and a handful of trolls look your way. Yikes. You hope your presence won't be too conspicuous.
You're probably fine. Unless anyone gets horny for acting grown and wants a bounty. But you're with me, so that probably won't mess with you.
You're a little surprised by that. Tisius, who is slumped down in a chair, is stolidly reorganizing her piles. Doesn't exactly give off a brawler aura.
Stolidly. No, like they know I talk them out, or they know I'll talk them out of it. This is the weirdest quirk I've come across yet. Or whine at them about leaving me alone until they do.
That makes you feel safe enough, so time to do some old-fashioned organization. What What is this big project anyway?
It's just some bullshit.
She stops and cuts her eyes around the room, but no one is still paying attention. As far as you can see, she starts speaking again quieter.
An assignment from one of my legislative training courses. We're supposed to choose a prosecutable offense from the scrolls of evisceration and list all potential.
She must be able to sense your eyes glazing over at the idea of another long, not perceivable legal jargon ramble. Parsable. Because she cuts herself off there.
It's barely worth describing. Grub school level, honestly, but it's extremely fucking tedious to research and then annotate. Especially when you can't find sources that haven't been scrubbed nice and fuchsia. Anyway, as long as we get things in the right folders in the right order, we should be good for now.
Sounds good enough to you. Plenty of time to keep chatting and getting to know each other, though she says that thing was a group project. This is a group project, right? We're her group members. Should they be contributing?
Huh. Like I'd let them... Just kidding, I'm very good at allowing people to help me.
She grits her teeth and nods at you masterfully, setting aside the papers labeled with a letter that looks like a little microscope.
Case in point. Anyway, they did their parts already. I just want to make sure to add the finishing touches.
Right then, you hear approaching footsteps. It had better not be some high blood you gotta take out. You mean, you'll do it if you have to. It's tried and true. You're just not sure how well this dynamic duo would fare in that case. You stop scanning the room for potential bludgeoning material when you see Tisius' expression go from regular tired to tired and annoyed, but not in fear or mortal peril. You hear him speak right as you start to turn. Oh, it's Segura.
How the mighty fall, and into a mud puddle, it seems. I don't know, I feel like that's what he should sound like.
I can do tour if you want.
It's fine. I'll handle it.
Okay.
This guy looks like he needs a sleazy douchebag voice, and I think I have a decent sleazy douchebag voice.
Yeah, he's a lawyer that, like, I was talking about before.
At least my associate seems to be picking up after you fairly efficiently. Fuck off, Sorgor. We'll have it together in time. You sure you don't require any assistance? I'd have to raise my rates from my original offer, but you know it still stands. You did your part already. To spare me both your sales pitch and your company before you give me a second acid tubal, sir. Oh, right, you need to do those final edits of yours. Subtextual anti-establishment agenda don't insert... Or subtextual anti-establishment agendas don't insert themselves, after all.
This is true.
That is true. Do it yourself. Do you in class. Wait, of course you're not a full lawyer, wouldn't be Donald's attorney. Never mind.
They give each other an an identical but inscrutable hand signal. If the huff of Perturbation?
Perturbation.
Perturbation. For a nearby jade is any indication, it's gotta be something vulgar. Fair.
Well, I mean, both of them are just saying perish.
He smirks and raises his eyebrows at you as he turns to go.
Come by later?
You nod. You open your mouth to be nosy, but Taizia sees it coming a mile away.
What have you What? You never had a class friend? Friend seemed like a loose definition
Yeah.
here. Someone who does good work but is miserable to hang out with? Not really.
No.
I think that was always me. I don't have time to waste on more than one quadrant or on lying to you, so don't blow a brain gasket.
Just when you think you have all the troll dynamics down, you gotta make room for that cursed bastard nuance. Anyway, I guess it makes sense. You're and your troll friends. Am I just tired or is that not good?
No, it definitely says your and your troll friends have all kinds of weird vibes with each other, too.
Whatever works. Like, I didn't misread that. It said your. And your.
Yeah, no. There was no editor for this game, was there?
I don't think there was.
Exactly.
You go back to happily sorting. Tazius rolls her shoulders and starts leafing through her papers.
Actually, she goes back to leafing through your piles, but
sorry,
yes.
Piles. Like, yeah, I don't think there was an editor. I think you're right about that.
How much money got sunk into this game to not hire an editor?
I don't know. I mean, it's a visual novel, so probably not that much.
You maybe... Where's my... Have you seen a handwritten page? It should be here.
She starts double-checking herself. Her pace doesn't so much escalate as it does intensify. Her whole body becomes almost graceful with efficiency.
You got everything, right? I thought I watched where it all went. I could have sworn I saw it land.
You can help her redo a lost page. It shouldn't be too hard to recreate it. That doesn't help. She glares at you and starts forcefully whispering, still double-checking piles without looking, like she knows them by touch.
You don't understand. Those were my personal notes on an extremely sensitive topic I discovered while researching. I was only planning on using it to inform my stance, not turn it in with the rest. It's not here.
She stops her futile search and downs the rest of whatever's in her mug and holds her head in her hands.
I'm fucked. I might as well lay down right here and until moss grows on my desiccated body. And until what the fuck was that sentence?
I don't know. That's traumatic. You don't want to blame her or anything, especially since this is probably sort of your fault. It's lost, but you still want to give her hope. Maybe next time she could use Google Docs. It won't blow away and it has collaboration settings. You use them with... Her head pops back up, her features slack.
I can't use Google Docs for this. Are you listening? That's the whole point. Why can't you know who owns that, right? Every document is monitored. Analog is the only way to do anything unless you know how to get me onto the dark web, which I fucking doubt. You don't have a gold blood you can bother about this?
Yeah, well, I think the only gold blood that we know that would know how to do that is unfortunately Cuprum, and I don't think we want to go there right now.
Well, we're not talking to him.
No, I don't think Kairava knows how to get onto the dark web.
Kairava went on YouTube and cut their own eye out. They probably know how to get on the dark web.
Actually, maybe they do. Maybe they do.
Also, getting on the dark web is not difficult. I don't know the first fucking thing about computers, and I'm probably not.
Yeah, it's really not. Although maybe it's harder on Alternia.
I just realized there's a picture of the Condesk in the background.
Yes, there is.
If someone found it, my handwriting is recognized. I'm dead. Then I'll never be able to.
She trails off, just sort of slumped in her seat, staring into the void. Shit, you really fucked up. You admit to her that you may have allowed one page to blow away when you weren't paying attention. It could possibly have been that one.
Great. I can't believe I was stupid enough to let someone else handle things. I was just so tired. I can relate.
Yeah. Her shoulders start to shake a bit. Oh no. She doesn't cry, but you almost wish she would. The way she just keeps blinking back her tears and hiding her face for hours is worse. It feels really invasive to watch, and thankfully it doesn't last. She sniffs once, clears her throat, and wipes her face with her sleeve. Silently, she stacks all her things back in a pile.
Okay. I need to retrace my steps. Maybe it hasn't been spotted yet. Maybe it'll be okay. It won't, but oh well. You know, if you just done everything else on the internet and then kept the parts that you didn't want anyone else to read on analog, this would be way easier.
It really would be. You reach to help, desperate to fix the situation, but she gingerly picks your hand off of her book and drops it in your lap. Your stomach sinks to join it.
No. Don't worry. I've got it.
She wrestles it all into a precarious heap in her arms. It wobbles once she makes her way steadily to the door, but she catches it herself. Head high, she keeps walking. She doesn't look back. Well... Okay, I guess we're going to suggest a breather. You know, breaking point when you see one. You weren't expecting it so early in a potential friendship encounter, but still. It's clear this troll needs some time to chill. This is a mess, yeah? She swings a pendulum of her chin over to glare dead knives at your guts. Okay, yes, it's a mess, but it seems like maybe just perhaps it'd be best to sort of put a pin in it all, to suck air in and out of your insufflation sacs, or whatever, just get it together for a minute.
Insufflation sacs. That's not actually a word I've ever seen before, and I'm not sure it is a real word.
Okay. No group projects were ever aced when the queer leader was not at her peak mental performance. She wrinkles up her nose and closes her eyes.
You know...
What?
My screen freeze.
Oh, did it freeze?
Well, that or you didn't click to the next
Oh, okay.
thing, and I'm still stuck on you-know-what. Fine. Fuck it. Not all of it, of course, but this night specifically, and everything and anyone I know or have thought extensively about before in my life. So that just leaves you. What do you have in mind, friend? Because I'm all out of ideas.
That word still does a number on you, no matter how many times you hear it used flippantly. You have no idea already, so you hurriedly gather her shit into extremely unorganized piles, which she drops off in her hive to deal with later. You half expect her to just not come back out, but she does. She's kept only one heavily attoned tome in her mug. Annotated, blah. Tome in her mug, which she nods at when she speaks.
I know, but these are just...
These are just for just in case?
Yes, I was temporarily booted from the call because Discord is stupid. Anyway... You do your worst. I don't wish to.
With a salute and a few gentle tugs at Tizia's sleeve, you keep her sleeve to keep her moving. You get going. You and your alternative pals have taken turns leading each other to some pretty wild places in your time here. The place you take Tizia's to, though, is somewhere you haven't shared with anyone. It's where you come back to on days when you can't find a friend or don't want to impose on any of the ones you've made. It's on the outskirts of town where the buildings are spread thinner until the landscape cuts upward like a jagged cliff face. Bolted into the side of the rock is a tower, or it's left of one. It's basically a heap of scaffolding and rusted out ladders holding up a half-covered platform, but it's been a good place to staunch bleeding and stargaze.
Do I give off an outdoorsy vibe to you? Does my half-untucked button-up and paltry muscle mass scream would love to scurry up a dilapidated relic?
You'd worry about her hating your plan, but you kind of feel like she'd complain no matter where you took her, and at this point the die is cast, so heave-ho, you say. It's stronger than it looks. You offer to hold her stuff for her during the ascent. She gives you the book but clutches the mug against her chest. You know better than to pry, but you're dying a little wondering why she's so weird about it. Unless she's got liquor made from Viscera in there. Or maybe her Lucis gave her the mug, so it's special. Could be both. You shrug and start climbing. Like you thought she would, she follows you, and like before she complains about it the whole time. And like the structure itself, you both weather it fine. At the top, she looks around.
Is this your hive?
It's more like a hideout. You still feel a little shy about it. It's not as fancy as your friend's hives, and you don't have any weird animal parrot to make you snacks or anything. Oh, this is a place that you like teleport to in Pester Quest. That makes more sense now. That makes more sense. That makes a lot more sense. They're only little keepsakes you've picked up along the way, set up on the creaky old table next to some complicated old tech you couldn't get to power on.
This must be an old watchtower from when that was part of her Imperial Bitchness's preferred method of surveillance.
Her imperial bitchiness. She runs a hand over the dusty screen. Oh, Teresa, you learned about her.
No. Her bigger, badder, off-world counterpart, the Condesk.
Yeah. You look at the rusted barrel of the terrified weapon out of the corner and then out over the landscape of sprawling town. Also, the way we learned about Teresa wasn't exactly the most wholesome way. In the distance, smoke rises from a freshly demolished hive. Glinting in the moonlight, drones circle it like buzzards. It's been like this here for a while then. You sit down, your legs dangling off the side of the platform. Tisius joins you, a safe distance away from the edge.
That is one hell of an understatement. But yeah, we got a time-honored status quo in operation here. Streamlined. Efficient. Brutal.
Tisius looks miserable. That's not what you were going for. You summoned up the old Roy G. Biv in your head for the 1000th time. She should be safe, right? Teals are middle class, and anyway, she's a lawyer. She's got the powers that be on her side. Saying so doesn't seem to cheer her up at all. Yeah.
I mean, you're not wrong. But being in a position to benefit from the system doesn't make the system more morally palatable. I don't even understand what this quirk is supposed to be.
Well, I mean, she has a point.
You didn't say she was wrong. I said that this quirk is weird and, difficult.
Yeah.
And if I'm being real about it, it's more me being forced to uphold it than anything else.
She nods towards the book in your hands. Oh, right. How does all this work anyway? Can she just not be a lawyer? And aren't there good ones?
Yeah, I can quit. If I want to get cold. But there's always a choice.
She sighs.
It's not like I expect suffering to ever stop completely. It just seems like an awful lot of work to do to make sure it keeps happening. And that's the entire job of a legislator. I mean, not really. Unless you're purple enough to get away with it, you're just guilty no matter what. It's just a matter of going through all the fanfare of a trial, all for the same result. There is the whole part where you also hunt down and apprehend people. I'm pretty sure that was part of the job.
Yeah, that too.
It's sick, but it's so normal by now that no one knows how to begin questioning it.
She looks more exhausted now than she did during the paper explosion. Like, we used up all your sadness and all you have is a deep broken fatigue. This isn't exactly the rejuvenating getaway you envisioned.
There's just so much injustice.
You continue to try to be positive. Are there not political parties? Some secret underground movements or anything? Sure, most lowbloods you met have a healthy fatalistic nonchalance about their situations, but there's gotta be something else out there.
There were a few people who tried to stir shit up back in the day. It's all kind of hushed up and hard to find any information on the history of them, though. Definitely not the kind of thing they teach you in Legislacerator training. One was mutant blood, and the other had wings. So I guess they didn't have much of a chance anyway.
You can't imagine the story having a happy ending, but you still want to know more. There's a subtlest shift in her tone of voice now that she's doing more than only complaining. It draws you in.
One of them seems to have gathered enough of a following to have become a kind of religious figure from what I can find about him. The other one led a military revolt. They both were killed along with their attempts at change. The Sufferer also led a military revolt. I don't know where people got the idea that he was non-violent, but that is fan and out of control. It is canonically stated that he rebelled violently.
Yeah, that's true. This would be the first time that these games have been inconsistent with canon, though. There's also the pizza boxes, that were past your quest. Let's not forget about the pizza boxes.
Yes, although to be fair, that might just be them not seeing what they actually were. And God, it's actually becoming hard to stop talking like this character. This is going to fucking kill me.
Like, is the voice for this character getting to you?
Yes, this character's quirk is, like, actually the worst. I mean, it's not, like, the hardest to read.
But the worst to voice act. At least they're saying LMAO after, like, every sentence, but...
Yeah, well, I would have made you voice that.
I did voice that.
I know, but if I'd been on, you would have voiced it anyway.
I would.
You think I'm putting up with that shit? Generally, when people actually say LMAO in dialogue, it makes me want to beat them over the head with a bottle. I don't even know what happened to their compatriots.
She stops to squint at you.
I don't know how you got me talking like this. But in the fuck it spirit of the night, I'm just going to keep going. I know what happened to their compatriots.
Yep.
If it wasn't clear, I'm telling you things that can get me extremely cold.
Yeah.
So, like, please be chill.
You're so chill. The chillest, and probably pretty collable yourself. This is true. The last part, anyway. That last part is very true.
Yes.
What?
Chill, I'm not so sure about. Yeah, cullable, definitely. Chill.
I meant, like, the last part is very true.
Good point.
She squints at you a little longer, then stares out into the night. Her jaw muscle clutches a few times before she speaks.
I have some ideas.
She's still not looking at you, but she sits up a little straighter. You feel your spine following suit almost on its own.
All of us training to be legislators like to practice throwing our weight around. Some of us more than others, which I guess you have first-hand experience with. But we don't have much real power yet. We will, though, if we pass our exams. Which I will. I've been staying up most days studying every documented piece of law and some underground stuff too when I find it. Frankly, I think you're gullible just for your weird-ass accent.
Damn.
On Alternia, that is a thing. Which is not a good thing, mind you. Like, they're not one of the things about Alternian culture that I think is even remotely good. There are exploitable loopholes they don't know about. If I can establish myself as a major player, I might have a chance to change things. No, you don't. If you think that as a bureaucrat in a fascist society you're going to do dick, you're wrong. Because at the end of the day, any precedent you try to set, any change you try to make, is still overturnable by one person with absolute power if they happen to notice you.
Yeah, yeah.
Really, actually, if you're dealing, this kind of person could make a difference in America. If you're in a fascist regime like this, you really don't have a non-violent option. You really actually just need to forcefully overthrow it, because at the end of the day, the buck stops with someone that isn't you.
Pretty much.
Some things you can only take apart from the inside out. This isn't one of them. You're just
No,
wrong.
it's not. I'm getting Code Geass vibes here.
Can we talk about the fact that if we code Geass this shit, Vriska would be Lelouch? Not
That's
to mention
true. I meant specifically
those
Suzaku vibes. Because
Yeah,
that's his whole spiel. His spiel is he tries to. Yeah.
We should
He's
also
wrong.
mention, by the way, that Vriska's power literally would be called Geass. There's an even chance that it's literally a reference to the Clark Ashton Smith story, The Seven Geasses, where there is a spider god who can literally put, most of the various god creatures in that story can put a Geass on people. Not special to him, but he has that ability.
By now she's built up a fevered energy, even with the sluggish way she talks. When you shift to your seat, she kind of snaps out of it.
Oh, sorry. I guess I got a little worked up. I don't exactly like to talk about this very often, or I don't exactly get to talk about this very often. It's kind of overwhelming to think about how fucked every little thing is all the time.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it is. But now that I see it clearly, I can't not do something. Well, you're not going to get it done this way.
No.
It's like Alternia is a giant fire and I'm pissing on a tiny corner of it while the rest of everything burns up around me. Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah. Your brain is buzzing with how real all of that felt. You can't really add anything to it, so you just nod.
Are things less abysmal where you're from?
Yes, but actually no. That's a. I guess
Yeah,
it.
we live in a world where civilization may actually collapse in like the next decade, according to some of the more pessimistic scientific estimates.
I don't know. Like, is that better or worse than all? I think it's slightly better than Alternative, but not by much.
Well, I don't know, because in Alternia, all they need is a revolution and they could theoretically make things better. Whereas if climate change causes civilization to collapse, there's really not a lot we can do about that.
That's true, actually. That's kind of true. That's kind of true. Oh boy, in ways, yeah. At home, the accused is called the defendant, at least, as in they get a defense. Her eyes brighten.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. Does your justice system work? No.
No, no, it does not.
Also, her eyes didn't actually brighten visually. That was an art direction fail.
Yeah. You exhale slowly, trying to buy yourself time to excapsulate all of your encapsulate all of your planet's various cultures, societal structures, and similarly overwhelming list of injustices in the intelligent blurb. You settle on not always, not for everyone. Well, that's an understatement, but her laugh is short and hollow.
So much for enlightened life forms existing somewhere in the universe. Well, this is only 2 planets. Also, it's technically a different universe.
That's true. You guess until a more kind and just alien life form comes to take over, you'll have to make do with each other.
Yeah, you're not so bad. Again, I'm not sure I intrinsically agree. I'd take on an oppressive regime with you anytime. There are better people on this planet to take on an oppressive regime with.
There
I
are.
can think of several of them.
Yeah, there really are.
They're all kids, but they're badass kids. And I mean, also Skilla. Skilla seems pretty dope.
Yeah, like, there's a bunch of people that you could take on an oppressive regime on this planet. Skill would be
many of them better than Slappy. Honestly,
also Kairava tried to. They did not succeed. She gives your arm an awkward tap with her fist, and then looks back out over the edge.
Anyway, I'm no religious figure, military strategist, which you would need to be.
Yeah.
There's gotta be someone out there who is. I can think of several.
Also give it a figure. Because Vrska, but yeah.
I mean, she wasn't the only one I was thinking of. Terezi is smart.
That's true, actually. Also Terezi.
And I mean, Aradia is nihilistic, but she's good at hitting things with things she throws with her mind.
Yeah, that's also true.
Gotta use what skills I have instead, I guess, until I find them. Yeah, you're no Terezi. I mean, you're more revolutionary than her, but like, your best bet is to meet Terezi and radicalize her from a young age. That is the best option you have.
It is. That is.
What the fuck else would I do with my time.
Try to radicalize Trezzy for a young age.
That would be the best option. Yes.
It would be. Keep pissing on the fire is the best anyone could do, you reckon? No. And then get others hydrated up to do the same. Well, the last part, maybe. She laughs.
Yeah, also Terezi is small and huggable, so
that too.
There's that.
That too.
Keep on pissing, huh? I'll drink to that.
She takes a big swig from her mug. After a beat, she silently, without looking at you, extends her arm your way. You stare in the mug's depths, a little unnerved. It doesn't look like Viscera, but you've been burned before.
It won't kill you. How do you know? We're different species.
Yeah, you're not sure what it will do, but Tisius is truthful if nothing else, so bottoms up. What the fuck? It's water. Tisius grins and taps her temple with a claw.
Gotta give the people something. Otherwise, they might think I'm the way I am on my own. Oh, God. Then where would we be?
You don't know. Letting people in can be helpful, sometimes. Yeah, definitely sometimes. I don't want to let Zebra in. Or
No.
Yeah.
And frankly, if Cuprum and Follicle get cold in the near future, I'm not going to feel sorry for them.
Well,
Shh. I'm fine.
You're not convinced.
Okay, I'll admit it. It's not a bad idea to relax every once in a while. Get your priorities straight. This was a decent time.
You're glad she's glad, but you mostly just talk the whole time about the same stuff that she's overwhelmed by to begin with. Does that even count? You learned a lot, but she still looks pretty wiped. As soon as you fake that, she yawns. She's so driven. You shiver a bit when you imagine what she could do if she took the time to rest for real. You pat the pile of blankets next to you. It's no bed, or tub or soap or slime for that matter, but it's gotten neater enough. She looks wearily at it and yawns again.
I guess my Lucius and my mates will just think I'm at the book hive anyway. One little nap won't hurt. I should point out, by the way, that Vriska knows basically everything that this person wants to know.
That's true, actually.
I'll get up early tomorrow and reorganize our stupid busy work project.
She tentatively lowers herself down onto the blankets. Her eyes close for a brief second before they snap open again, glaring at you with full force.
Don't doubt me either. I'm doubting you.
I am too. Doubt.
I've got it under control.
Are you sure about that?
Well, she might just mean the stupid project.
Okay, yeah, the project, definitely. Oh, you have zero doubts in her abilities, you say. She curls back up against herself, and a small rattle of contentedness shakes in her throat. Out in the distance, troll purring thing is headcanon. Troll purring headcanon is a thing in this. Out in the distance, the blaze is dimmed to a thin plume of smoke. You hope whoever's hive it was is okay. No, they are not. You're not sleepy, so you'll keep watch to make sure she gets up by sunrise. You tilt your head back and look up at the unfamiliar constellations. Your head feels full, it's intense and not exactly what you'd call happy, but you know you're feeling it with her, and that's far from nothing. Yay. Oh, okay. Okay, guess we're doing Shixie now.
I think that might actually be Qixie. Like, I think that might actually be derived from Mandarin, which means I should probably take this because this may get unpronounceable as fuck. For those
Shixie.
who know Mandarin,
I'll voice her. I'll voice her,
sure,
cause like then I won't say her name much. Also,
that's
I can
true.
pronounce Shixie. Shixie.
Qixie, you
Shixie.
can vaguely pronounce it. Maybe. We'll see what her quirk is, because this may get
I know where her
deeply
quirk is.
unpronounceable.
Why don't you narrate?
Your point is, you need a wardrobe change. You should have asked Elward for one of her rad leather jackets. You could really make one of those work. I'm going to take a moment here to point out that literally everything about Elward is derived from fanon ideas about Vriska. And I do mean everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's also true of Ardata, but I wasn't here for that route, so I'm not entirely sure. But, like, Ardata is also probably entirely fanon Vriska.
Yeah. We should go get clothes from Kairava again, definitely.
No, we should not. I like the Elward plan much better. Geez, this is kind of a crummy neighborhood, and there you go again, making snap judgments. Get a little alien culture into you, and suddenly you're an expert. Looks like you found the Alternian nightlife. Well, technically all life here is nightlife. If people are nocturnal here, shouldn't nightclubs be called day clubs? No, because you don't go out in the day unless you wish to die.
Or unless you're a rainbow drinker.
Sure. I mean, I guess Jade Bloods in general can do that. Maybe the lure of dancing and getting smashed with strangers is not enough to get people to brave the blistering sun. You doubt you'd brave a stiff breeze for it. You aren't much of a partier. But recently, you are all about new experiences. You'll try anything once.
uh. uh
Yeah, there's things I wish we could have not tried once.
yeah.
A long line of people snakes along the side of a building. It doesn't appear to be moving. The club must not be open yet. You consider getting in the line, but there are so many people here, you really are more of a one-on-one friendship type. I missed a period there, but fuck it. You go around the back instead, to your old friend the back alley and the dumpster. Distantly you hear music. It comes on very few seconds and then drops off. Maybe a sound check. I
I
don't
don't
think the
think
alley and the dumpster are our friend.
I don't think they are. I think they're the opposite of our friend after that one
Like, bearing in
scene.
mind that watching a clown who was attempting to kill us get brutally murdered is the least traumatic thing we've done in this alley.
No, that was a nicer
I
thing that
don't.
happened in this alley. That was a better
Yeah,
thing.
honestly, I preferred that.
I did too. I also preferred that.
You hear something else.
Uh,
A musical sigh comes from up ahead. You turn a corner to find a girl standing alone outside a back entrance. A heavy door is propped open with a chunk of concrete, like someone had gouged it out of the street. This girl has on a sweater dress and leg warmers, a bronze sign splashed across her chest. You wonder if you should consider painting a sign onto your own clothes, just to make yourself seem more normal.
yes, you should.
Yeah, no, probably no point. You'd also need to paint yourself gray and find a pair of fake horns. Who would do something like that? Sounds like huge pain with absolutely no benefits.
You don't need to paint yourself gray, but you do need fake horns. Yeah.
I am amazed that we have not been cold in this society yet. That seems like a thing that would have happened.
Yeah, I'm pretty amazed too.
Honestly.
Like, I mean, they do kill aliens, so.
The girl hasn't noticed you yet. She's staring at her feet and sighing. Also, she's making weird little whoops and clicking noises, or singing a few bars of wordless notes, starting low and then climbing up high. I'm glad I'm not voicing this character, but also, yeah, that is actually a Chinese. I mean, the Chinese is a very tonal language. They don't always start low and go high, but, like, the language is tonal. I actually did take Mandarin, for anyone watching. Like, I took an intensive Mandarin language course. Only 101, but still. Wow, it sounds pretty good. The enclosed space between the alley walls makes it seem like it's coming from all directions. Maybe you should just leave. She looks busy. But then another troll sticks their head around the open door, shooting the girl an unkind look and kicking the cement block doorstep away. Oh heck, there's really only one reason you would prop open a door. No, there's not. Well, now, I'm making you choose. I only ever do things wrong in this game, except once. When it was a tactical decision.
Grab it before it can close.
Displaying the dexterity of someone far healthier and far less dressed in a slinky bathrobe, you grab the door before it can slam closed. The bronze blood girl's attention snaps up and she breaks off mid-note. She takes in the misplaced concrete and you holding the door.
Oh, thanks for catching that. I would have had to go all the way around the front. It must have been the wind.
Just what sort of wind do they have here that could pick up a chunk of rock the size of a turtle? Unless wind is an urban slang for some rude douchebag. No, I think this girl is just kind of an airhead. She gives you a quick little smile and darts through the door, letting it close behind her with a solid click.
You didn't watch her thing in Hiveswap, did you?
No.
I'm not gonna say
Is she
anything. Not gonna say anything.
I mean, I think I actually was there for the brown blood car.
She appears before that.
Oh, is she kind of an airhead?
I'm not saying anything.
Why? I may or may not ever go back and watch it.
I don't read it. Just read the line.
I already did.
Oh, okay. It said yep, but okay.
Locked. The brief gleaming flare of friendship you felt when she smiled at you in earnest thanks stutters and dies. You really had a moment there, but now she's inside and you're out here where you will never reap the fruit of glorious friendship you planted with that act of kindness. Geez, what's the point of doing something nice if you don't get any credit for it?
Sloppy-eared asshole.
That's true, but she is also an asshole.
Also true. Sounds like an asshole.
Like the witness to a disastrous car accident, you stand there and watch as the girl notices the door closing and lets out a squeak, jumping for the handle. She misses it and smacks her knee against the metal frame.
Ouch, damn it!
She has soft musical
I need to be more
voice,
quiet.
even when she's swearing. You ask if she's okay. She stops, rubbing at her knee, and looks up at you. You're quite a bit taller than her, but she looks older than some of the other trolls you've hung out with.
No worries. Well, at least not about my leg. If you want something to worry about, I'm sure I can come up with some ideas without much trouble.
You assure her that you've already had plenty to worry about recently, though you appreciate the offer. I am not sure I like this person.
I'm not spoiling.
You are really weird about spoiling. You obsessively don't do it when people ask you to, and then when people ask you not to, you do it anyway, no matter how many times they ask you not to.
Well,
She gives a fruitless tug on the back door. She knocks. Nobody comes. She knocks again. Still nothing. You tell her that someone kicked her doorstep out of the way. She looks disappointed, but not surprised.
oh well, I'll just have to go back around to the front. Could be worse. Would you care to join me?
Why weren't you around the front in the first place? Oh my god, you thought she'd never ask. This is working out perfectly. You're so glad she got locked out of the back here without you and the rest of the garbage. With you and the rest of the garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, good that Slappy includes himself with the garbage.
I'm Tisha. Tisha Heroic Smart. Although, I'm sure you already know that. I don't think you're an
How?
idiot or anything. You
How the
know,
frick fuck
me
would
and
we know
Grace
who
are
you are
usually
already?
after the show, but you seem nice. But
How the frick fuck would we already know who she is? She's a bronze blood, she can't be that important. You aren't sure how she figures that, since all you've done is stand around. It's true though, so you don't protest. You are nice. Super nice. No, you're not. You might be the nicest son of a bitch on this whole dang planet.
no, you're
Now,
not.
you ask her if she's performing here tonight.
Of course. Why else would I be warming up in a dirty back alley?
You tell her you've seen people do far weirder things. She laughs.
Unfortunately,
Oh, shit,
yeah.
this is the
Unfortunately,
person who was
yes. In this
performing.
exact alley.
Yeah, this is true. Now I'm just remembering. This is this person who was performing when we went out with Zebra or whatever the fuck.
Well, that was one of her friends, yes. Yeah. Like, Zebra's a fan of hers. You aren't wrong. People around here will do anything for attention nowadays. For instance, you were walking around in an absolution robe. Ablution
Ablution
robe. I
robe.
failed that.
Absolution robe?
I failed.
Yes, this is true. You cough delicately. True, very true. She's got you there.
If you come inside with me, I can give you an autograph. I don't have anything to write with back there.
Could you give us clothing instead? Shishia seems to think that you are a fan who managed to get past security to accost her in person. She doesn't seem too upset, though. More like delighted. You think back, many friends ago, to when Kairaba told you it was dangerous for low bloods to get popular. You wonder if Shishia trusts you because she thinks you're also a low blood. Or maybe she's just not that popular. Or maybe she's a dumbass. You follow her back to the front of the club, past the line of trolls waiting to get inside. A guy whistles at her and she gives him a flirty little wave, along with a flat smile. A customer service smile. She shows the bouncer something on her palm husk, and he lifts up the velvet rope. Can you just...
They're with me. They're my +1.
Wow, you've never been anybody's +1 before. I mean, technically. A bunch of people in line look annoyed, but Shishia ignores them. You follow her, tripping a little on the hem of your robe. I really hope I'm not wrong to give her a Mandarin pronunciation. Fuck it, I took a miserable month of Mandarin. I'm going to abuse it if I have the opportunity.
Be careful, huh? You don't want to twist an ankle.
Chisha speaks with a lilt, like a character in a musical getting ready to burst into song. Oh god. You hope you aren't supposed to participate if she does. I don't like musicals. You're a little too busted for impromptu dance numbers, and you're also too liable to flash someone in this robe. You hear music and chatter from down the hall, but Chisha pulls you in another direction, toward the dressing rooms. You pass several closed doors, stopping in front of one that seems to be in the process of being cleared out. A bunch of shit is spilling out into the hall. Clothes trailing out of suitcases, a microphone cord seems to be slithering slowly among the detritus. Charming.
God, I can't do anything without someone messing me around, locking me out, and now this. Who did this? I'm seriously out for blood tonight.
Looks like someone commandeered her dressing room while she was out, as well as tossed all her shit out in the hall.
I have to deal with this. I'll be right back. You can borrow some clothes if you want. In fact, I insist.
She leaves you in the cramped little room. It's dark in the hall, but everywhere in Alternia is kept darker than is comfortable for you. You're getting used to it, though. You imagine humans used to have to deal with this all the time back before electricity provided they didn't die immediately of, like, dysentery. You flick on the outline of white bulbs around the mirror. Oh wow, even in the soft, flattering light, you look like an A-grade free-range disaster. Tagora's expensive rainbow drinker serum has rubbed off, and now you're mostly just dusty. You wade through a couple of Chisha's suitcases, but everything here is too small for you. There's a couple sweater dresses and a hoodie that might fit, but without a pair of pants, that's gonna get real scandalous real fast. We've gone around without pants for, like, most of the game.
Yeah.
The only thing you find that works in the whole damn dressing room is a floaty purple dress hanging on the back of the door. Definitely not your style. You never would wear anything like this at home. And you would go around in some random asshole's bathrobe? But fuck it. Roll with the punches, right? And not just in a violence way. Fashion ways.
We've already been doing that.
And it wasn't really fashion when we were doing it before either. You give a little experimental twirl in front of the mirror. You aren't going to break any hearts, but you'll do. You actually kind of dig it. This may not even be the most ridiculous thing we've worn this game. You're busy admiring yourself when Chishia comes back. She sniffles sharply, and there are tear tracks down her face. But she isn't crying anymore. In fact, she looks mad as hell. Oh damn, is she mad at you? Did you manage to fuck something up without even being there? You've got mad fuck-up skills. That is true, Slappy, you do have mad fuck-up skills.
That is true. I got bumped. They kicked me off the lineup. I was supposed to be opening, but some new band came in and they have a purple blood drummer, so the club owner let them take my place. Of course, this is how it always goes.
God, she looks so sad. Time to break out your finely tuned comforting muscles. But before you can get those guns out, someone oozes up to the two of you. Someone you recognize.
If this is Zebra, I'm going to be like... It better not be Zebra. Please don't be Zebra. Please.
Boy,
please.
There are worse people.
That's true, but I still don't like Zebra. Oh, no, I don't want to be worried about that. Oh, incredible, Miss Roxbury. What are the odds? It must be fate. Well, you sure that you were coming to the show, so I guess the odds were pretty good.
Zebra doesn't let this dim his sparkle. He isn't the type of guy to let facts get in the way. He hasn't even noticed you. He's too busy kissing the back of Chishia's hand.
Do not like. Looking good, baby. Kind of a mess. I've been crying. Well, crying looks good on you. That's not a.
Zebra finally glances your way and does an extremely exaggerated double take. Can I hit him in the head with a bottle? I want to.
Please, like. And that wasn't. That line was super fucking creepy. Holy shit. Wow, Tim. I did even recognize you. You cleaned up really nice, you know?
You haven't cleaned up at all, really. You haven't bathed since Tagora's fancy ablution trap. All you've done is put on a slinky dress. It's not like you aren't happy to see Zebra. You are. He's one of your many success stories. He's just, the kind of friend you want to think back on fondly from time to time, remembering all the good times.
I don't know about that.
What good times? Yeah, not necessarily the kind you want to hang out with, or have hang all over you like he is right now.
Yeah.
Shishia looks at his arm around your shoulder and seems momentarily annoyed. Then her expression skips a couple tracks and hits back on neutral.
Oh, so you met where? Online? At a forum? Can I join? Not at a forum. Unless you're talking about the forum of life.
Screw it, not messing around with the bottle, just stabbing him in the back of the head with a screwdriver. He winks.
Fate just keeps bringing us together, doesn't it? Just like you and me, Shisha, baby.
Shishia laughs now that she's gotten over her surprise. Her entire demeanor has changed. Her body language has relaxed, and she keeps biting her lip. She looks like an actor demonstrating bashful on command. Deborah is eating it up.
It was really nice of you to post my EP on your blog. I got a lot of listens from that. Babe, have I ever told you that I think you're so strong? Seriously, low plug girls are so strong. Do not, like...
Unwant. I unwant this.
I unwant this too.
Unwant is a word I made up for when don't want isn't good enough. Because
I unwant this too.
There are lots of things I don't want. Like, I don't want a pie right now, but if someone gave me one, I wouldn't be sad about it. Whereas I unwant this douchebag.
Yeah.
Shishia laughs again. It sounds painful, as it would with this guy.
Yeah.
Although, sadly, he's only the second creepiest person we've met in this game.
Yeah. Maybe once or twice. I love your new stuff. That one song, Poisonous Mood or whatever. Bloody Sun. Right, yeah, exactly. Real good stuff, sweetheart. I can't wait to hear more tonight.
Oh right, he doesn't know Chishia got bumped. Chishia meets your eyes. She seems to be trying to communicate something entirely using her eyebrows, which is get me the fuck away from this loser. That is very clearly what she's trying to communicate.
Okay, save over that. Yep, I'm gonna tell him that. I'm gonna tell him that. I mean,
let
that's
you
like,
choose on the basis that
I don't
you get
care if
better
we get a
endings
bad
than
ending,
me.
I'm telling him that.
You tell Zebra about the higher caste trolls coming in and taking Chishia's place. She starts making frantic motions behind Zebra's back and shaking her head, but immediately stops when he turns to look at her. I just realized that what she wants is for us to let him think that she's going to perform so that we can then snake away and be away from him. That
Oh,
was
I
the
might have
right
fucked
decision.
up. I wanted to make him upset, but I might have fucked up. Is that true, babe? It's not a big deal. This sort of stuff happens in the business all the time, so people tell me. Don't worry about it. No, I am worried. I always worry about low bloods in terrible positions who can't help themselves at all. I fucked up. I'm so sorry. I fucked up. I thought he'd leave. I'll take care of it for you. You really don't have to.
You know, this could actually result in a good ending whereby he gets cold for trying to be a pain in the ass to people a blood caste higher than him.
That's true.
We can still hope.
That's
Zipper
all.
touches her arm for way longer than is necessary. It's more a shoulder rub than a pat. Shishia seems to be trying very hard not to shrug him off. I'm pretty sure it actually is Chixie at this point, because that would make sense for pop star. But we're committed now. Her name is Mandarin. We said so, therefore it's true.
Yeah.
By which I mean I said so, and whatever I
I
say
like
becomes
the sound of
policy.
the battery. We're like, oh my god, like, shit, this. That's not good. I don't know, bad vibes.
Yeah, the stranger danger. Her smile belongs on a Halloween mask, a rictus grin. The two of you watch him swagger off back toward the front of the hall. Maybe he can die. Shishia lets out a breath.
I wish he hadn't done that. He's got a really popular music blog and he's an indigo, so I have to be polite. One bad review from him and it's all over for my career. But I try to interact with him as little as possible, as you should.
I don't blame you. You hadn't realized that Zebra was a musician. He isn't.
No. Oh, he's not. He just reviews albums and shows, stuff like that. He makes a load of reposts, but he's got a ton of followers. Don't get me wrong, it's really nice to be noticed, but he's a little pushy. I don't have time in my life right now for quadrats, you know what I mean.
You do. You so do. Does Zebra try that, what he tried with you on every low blood he meets?
Yes,
You aren't sure if it makes you feel worse or better. Yes, he does. You
he
know what
does.
I just wanted to happen? That I
What?
just realized I want to happen?
What?
I want him to try his shit on Skilla. Not because she deserves it, but because he deserves to be punched in the face, which is what will happen to him.
That's very true. That is incredibly true. Actually.
Like, he talks about how strong low blood girls are. He can find out.
Yeah, he can.
Shishia talks about him like he's a natural disaster, a tornado that she has to avoid to keep from getting torn apart. Like it's just an inevitability that people would treat her like she owed them something. Well, that is kind of what being a pop star is like on Earth, too, to be fair.
I don't
Like,
want
she
to
seems
see.
to be going for the idol singer vibe, and yeah, actually, that's how it works for them, too.
Yeah, I don't want to seem ungrateful.
You tell her that she doesn't seem ungrateful. From where you're standing, she doesn't seem to be doing anything wrong. She sighs, blowing a piece of hair out of her eyes.
Too bad doing everything right doesn't automatically mean things will go your way.
Yeah, that's true. Back it off, buddy. When Zipper comes back, such a little time has passed that you don't think he could possibly have done anything. He shows you and Chisha all his teeth. Yeah, he's also sticking his face way too close to me, and I do have a habit of, like, pushing people off of things when they do that.
I got it all fixed up for you. You go on tonight. In fact, you're headlining. You're welcome.
Chishia's mouth drops open.
What? How? I get to do anything I want in my own club.
Wait. What?
I bought it from the owner. He's just a teal. Seriously, business ownership? Oh, A is a little ambitious for a mid-blood. Isn't it? Oh my god. Douche! I convinced him that it would just be easier for him and everybody else if a high blood took over. I'd been meaning to get into the club scene anyway. Now you'll always have somewhere to perform. Provided you do everything I say all the time. Bad. Do not want.
Unwant.
Unwant.
He grins to show that's just a joke, but there is also something in his smile that you really, really don't like. You regret asking for his help. It's not just a joke.
Yeah.
So does Chishia, apparently. She gets right in your face.
Nice work. Now I owe him even more than before. This is the only club around here that will let low-blood solo acts perform. You can find your own way out, can't you? Yeah, I fucked up. Damn. Zebra is just like a piece of shit.
I will also point out that kind of thing where the manager or a club owner essentially extorts, like, singers into essentially prostitution is a real thing that happens a lot.
It is, and Zebra is not above that.
No. I wish he could run into either Skilla or Aradia. Aradia would also be fun.
Wait, if he likes helping low bloods, he should go help out Follicle and Cuprum.
You know, yes. Yes, I would be in favor of this. You follow Chishia's lead and don't say anything. Zebra will find out pretty soon anyway, when the show starts and Chishia doesn't get on stage. To be fair, he was gonna get culled anyway, because, like, he booted out of Purple Blood. I don't care if it's his club.
Yeah.
Podcasts do follow. So at least in that ending, like, he was a shitty douchebag, but probably actually not for long.
Yeah.
He takes off, saying he's gonna go get a spot in the pit. Can it be the pit of Tartarus?
There's no pit here.
Her earnest, polite look drops as soon as Zebra's out of sight. She's letting you see all the bits of herself that she has to hide from other people. You wonder if it's because you don't matter that much, or because she can sense your trustworthy nature. Well, considering Slappy's general trustworthiness level, I'm gonna say it's because of the irrelevant.
Yeah.
You are natural optimist when it comes to friendship. Not a natural optimist, you are natural optimist. So you decide to believe the latter.
Maybe natural optimist is an alignment. Maybe it's an alignment.
Sure. We'll go with that. Not this game had no editor that it definitely had the budget for, considering all things considered.
Come on. I want to get a good look at the jerks who took my stage for me so I can talk about them on my vent shitter. You can follow me if you want. Only like 4 people do. It's not like anybody cares about my problems anyway.
You risk an encouraging pat between her shoulder blades. She sniffs and wipes her nose.
At least
which she doesn't actually have.
My one non-creepy fan.
About that. Also,
I mean, you're probably the least creepy fan.
yeah, she's an idol singer wannabe, that's not hard. Also, her nose, which she does not have, because the artist for this game apparently hates noses.
Yes. At least, I think you aren't creepy. I guess I don't know you that well.
No, you don't. You assure her that you aren't creepy, at least not as creepy as that guy.
This is
Okay, that is a
true.
distinction that you can claim.
Yeah.
Chishia starts to respond, but then breaks off. Her voice sticks in her throat like she swallowed a bug. I mean, she's a troll. She probably eats bugs a lot. They eat bugs, it's a thing. Swallowed a live bug. Yeah, still not that weird.
It added to it. There's more.
Not on my screen, there's not. One moment.
It's after oh wait.
Oh wait, they actually eat bugs here. Like she swallowed a live bug. God damn it, game. Shishia starts... live bug. Well, fuck. Smile cancelled.
It's still going.
Actually,
okay.
They might eat live bugs. Well, fuck. Simile cancelled.
Well,
People on Earth eat live bugs.
yeah.
Anyway, Chishia stops talking, and you realize it's because she's listening instead. The first band is on, and going from Chishia's expression, this must be the band that scooped her.
I can't believe it. I can't.
She takes off. You aren't sure if you're supposed to follow, but she swoops back in and grabs your hand to drag you along behind her. You go past the club entrance and up a staircase, emerging in a tiny backstage area. Chishia stops just outside the stage lights. The band on stage is 4 trolls. Mixed cast judging from their clothes, although you suppose they don't have to wear clothes the color of their blood, though most trolls seem to. Law or tradition, both are dangerous to break.
That's...
Weird deja vu there.
That's my song! They didn't just steal my set. They stole my set list.
Her cheeks flush a ruddy brown, and she shakes with rage. She begins singing along with them.
Twist and pull, breathe the terror, life out hell, spies and gore, forevermore, as Nightmare Island spell. Airs above, blight below. I'm knocking on your hive's front door, love me please, I have horror.
It has kind of a twangy country feel to it, except it's about murder, or maybe love? You can't tell. It just doesn't really fit the band on stage's vibe. It doesn't really fit Chishia's either, but then again, you haven't seen her perform. Maybe she's really different when she gets in a spotlight. She's a country idol? Is that a thing? She's crying now, tears streaming down her face as she sings.
It's all over. Nobody's going to believe I wrote this music. Some little dirtbag country girl.
You remember what Kairava told you about High Blood stealing their music and acting like they wrote it. God, that's so unfair. Yes, that's the unfair thing on Alternia. The music theft.
I'm gonna save. I'm gonna say we should do something. Yeah.
Chishia clenches her fists.
Yeah.
She reaches into a snarled mess of equipment and comes back with a microphone that only looks a little bit squirmy. The microphone alive? Then she walks over to the costume rack and pulls down a mask. It's plain white, like the Phantom of the Opera's mask, jarringly stark against the gaudy organic styles of most everything else on Alternia. She waits for a dip in volume in the song, and she gets one right after the bridge. Then she switches on the microphone and takes a huge breath.
Shut the fuck up!
The shout reverberates around the club. The sound of the crowd dips, then falls off almost entirely. The band staggers to a slow, rattling stop. Nobody seems to know what's going on. You know, if you wanted to hide your identity, maybe don't have your sign shirt on openly. That might be a good idea.
Yeah.
Oh hell, this isn't what you meant. You meant, like, egg their tour bus or trash them online. Chisha steps into the light, and a murmur goes up through the crowd. The band singer lowers their microphone. She's in a short blue dress with long, vicious claws painted red. You aren't up on all the trends, but you're pretty sure that red is edgy. Chisha covers her microphone and says something to the band. The cerulean stares at her for a few seconds before letting out a cascading spray of laughter. This can only end badly. Sure, honey, okay, condescending and sweet. Like Chisha as a toddler who happened to wander on stage. She points finger guns at the guy on the soundboard. Razor, give the lady a beat. Oh. Oh God. You know what this is. You see Chisha's face framed by the lights, focused and intent, all simpering gone.
You like that? I wrote it. You hit that? I own it. You coming in hot? Try to steal my spot. It's a rap.
Oh Lord, is this a limerick? No, it's a rap-off.
Yeah. Just grab my bullshit deep throat it.
A dirty limerick. Holy shit, she's really doing this thing. A rap battle. Jesus. Do you want me to take over? I rap better than you.
You should rap this.
The cerulean girl spits some stuff back. It's kind of basic, just general insults about Chisha's blood color and her lyrics being stale. Considering she stole Chisha's song, that doesn't really fly. This could have gone a lot worse. I mean, a lot worse, and it still might.
Yeah.
The crowd doesn't know that, though. They're eating it up. They probably think it's all part of the show. Some fiery little lowblood coming on stage to shake things up. Paint your claws red, paint your mouth brown. Acting like you know what it's like down here on the ground. She's not very good at this. The crowd whoops. This might be a high blood owned club, but there is definitely a lot of low bloods in the crowd. But it's imitation. I got no expectation. This is your final station. You aren't gonna hit higher than this collaboration. You aren't like a rap expert or anything, but you can definitely tell that Chisha isn't either. No, she isn't. She gets breathless towards the end of lines and hits some words strangely, but the crowd is really feeling her. Definitely more than they're feeling the cerulean. Chisha's voice picks up speed and power, and she gains confidence, drawing energy off the ground. You realize you're leaning forward too, making sure you catch every word. She goes through a whole list of the band's shortcomings, including their fashion sense, their talent level, and their interpersonal clusterfuck. They are apparently a pretty well-known group online. She throws in some stuff about them stealing her music, and the crowd oohs like this is a middle school cafeteria. So kill me. Call me. Call the drones. They could. I won't change a bit of what they all know. Or it won't change a bit of what they all know. When you're a thief, what do you expect? I beat you all square. Hey, show some respect. Chisha drops the mic. The room erupts. Holy shit, that was awesome. She just came up with all that on the fly. The cerulean looks furious, and another troll runs onto the stage to try and get the crowd under control. They're all chanting, "Mask! Mask! Mask!" Chisha runs back off stage, chucking both the mask and the microphone back where she found them. You were wearing your sign openly. She grabs you and you run all the way back out to the alley where you met. letting the door close behind you. Guess you're done with that, club. Chishia's eyes are round and shell-shocked.
I just did that.
Yeah, she really did.
I just told a bunch of highbloods to eat my bulge.
Yes, you did. You don't know what a bulge is, but yep.
Fuck, they liked me, didn't they? They were cheering for me.
You say yeah, you're pretty sure they were. Yeah, this is a great success if you don't get cold.
Holy shit, I'm going to be cold. Did you hear all that stuff I said? You can't say stuff like that.
You remind her that she was wearing a mask when she did it. Yes, but she was also wearing her sign.
Yeah. Oh,
Like, I feel like I'm
right.
harping on that, but also...
Nobody will know who I am. I'm safe. Oh, but that means somebody will know it was me. Nobody will know it was
I
me.
mean, nobody.
Yeah.
You aren't quite following. Also, shirt.
I'm not gonna get any credit at all. God, why does everything in my life have to be so metaphorically resonant?
Oh, girl, you feel that. You definitely know what that's like. No, you don't.
No.
Hey, that was pretty dope. Both of you jump about a foot in the air. A low blood in a hoodie and a pair of sunglasses slouches against the brick beside the back door. Either you are seriously impaired today, or he is seriously good at sneaking.
Oh, is this Damek? I think this might be Damek.
You got any stuff online? He asks Shishia. She gapes at him.
But I was wearing a mask. How did you know?
Well, you're standing right outside the door, and you're wearing the same clothes you did on stage, so... See, he knows what's up.
Right. Clever of you.
Don't worry about it. Plausible deniability, right? Catch you later. He slinks off, one hand raised in a casual cool guy farewell.
Pretty sure that was supposed to be Damek. Pretty sure.
See, you tell Chishia, some people will figure out who you are. Possibly just randos outside of clubs, but still, she can do this. She can make her dreams come true. Unless the authorities figure out who she is.
Yeah. You're totally right. I so can. I guess all hope isn't lost, at least not until another insurmountable obstacle comes along. Thanks for, well, everything. I would never have got out there if not for you.
She hesitates for a few seconds, then goes in for a slightly damp hug.
Sorry, sage lights and terror make me sweat. Yay. Alright, well, that's it for tonight. Thank you guys for watching. Please check out our Coffee and YouTube. And yeah, hope you enjoyed it. This is Team Demon Kitty out.